Hey Leo, it's Romy here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is your November monthly intuitive reading. So if you're a Leo sun, rising or moon, this general reading may resonate for you. Please go ahead, drop me a like and a comment if it does, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You can also join me for your extended reading where we'll go into a little bit more detail. You can find the link for that by clicking on the downward arrow next to the video description. Let's see what's coming out this month for you. Okay Leo, let's see what November has in store. We are still in the energy of this beautiful Scorpio new moon, so opportunity for complete reinvention and setting some new intentions around what you want to overhaul. Scorpio season is about 4th house activity for you. So there is that desire to want to look at house and home, look at situations with regards to family, and even the consideration of, changes with your environment. So maybe some of you changes of places of work, or you're thinking about expansion or wanting to do a makeover, or, so that new moon energy is really powerful and potent to help you create a new vision. And you start the month with this beautiful Ace of Pentacles energy coming in. The potential and the support and the energy and the drive with which to help you achieve and bring about some of these changes over the next 6 months during this this cycle of the new moon energy. Now we do have Mercury in retrograde. We're in the shadow. It's moving into stationing retrograde on the 31st of October. On Thursday, right through until the 18th of November. So just bear that in mind, that where you have this really powerful, strong desire to want to get moving on something, to make changes or to see the shift, you might still be asked to take a pause, just to take a moment. The energy and the power and the vitality that comes through with that Ace of Pentacle energies is wonderful. But it also needs to be directed. So if you can think about this Mercury retrograde as giving you the moment to pause and just make sure that you are aligning it in the right direction. So if this is a focus on wanting to improve relationships, wanting to bring more balance and harmony, get something back on track, or if you're considering making a big move or change, take this transit, take this next 3 weeks just to kind of do the checks and balances, just to go through the detail, make sure that you're fully aligned. Now for some of you, you will be experiencing returning energies or old patterns, even old connections that are coming back for you to consider. Because it's 4th house activity, there may be a really strong focus in and around family dynamics for you with regards to this as well, Leo. But certainly this is a beautiful energy with which we are going to start this month. And I feel it's also helping you to really bring about an increase in your well-being as well. So I've got more energy coming through, like just more vitality. There's a strong focus in and around health, I feel, with this. So if you're wanting to make changes into your physical regime, your exercise regime, if you're looking to start to eat better or let go of old toxic habits, that Scorpio energy is giving you the reinvention and the possibility to do that. And that Ace of Pentacles is really coming in supportive. We also have 3 of Wands. So for those of you with a focus around work just now, this is a beautiful combination coming in early. So I feel that you are ready to step up, and you're in a place right now, Leo, where I think you are in deep consideration about the possibilities and the potential of something. And that Ace of Pentacles suggests it's not quite here yet, or maybe you're right at the start, or there's some adjustment that needs to take place. And I feel this month is really going to help support that for you. As we move into Sagittarius energy, which is your 5th house, and, really helps to deliver that boost of kind of magical energy to support, that fame, that recognition, unleash new creativity and inspiration. So we're building up to that energy with the consideration that we have in place right now. There's a lot of connection, networking, communication that I'm also picking up between these 2 cards, and the desire with which to kind of reach out and connect. So I think, again, this retrograde season is going to help you to draw in resources, people, ideas, and then give you the opportunity to refine them. You know, this is about setting a strategy, putting a bigger picture in place. So on the work front, I'm feeling quite positive about what this month is starting to develop. For those of you with a focus in and around relationships, there is a sense of you, there's like seeds being planted, and then there's a period of waiting, okay? There's a period of waiting where you have to hold steady, keep the faith and the vision in place for what it is that you are looking to achieve. There's a long-term planning element coming in here. Now we have the full moon on the 12th of November coming in the sign of Taurus. This is your 10th house, Leo, which is about that recognition. It's about that leadership quality, but it's about the long-term goals that you have in place for yourself. This full moon has got some really beautiful aspects to it. It's trining with both Saturn and Pluto. So not only is it giving us the patience and the wherewithal to see something through, it's also giving us the power and the drive behind it to make that happen. We also have a sextile to Neptune with that full moon that's bringing in the emotional sensitivity to really pick up on the details. And again, in Scorpio season, no detail is missed. You're not gonna gloss over anything. And retrograde is giving you the chance to come in and really do that refining and assessment. And I think this is really going to help you. For me, this month of November for you, Leo, is helping you to come to a deeper understanding and awareness about what you need to do, the actions that you need to take, and what you need to set into motion, because there's something about just setting into motion with that Ace of Pentacles, but beautiful growth that's coming in there. You know, but there's a timing element to this, so it's not all coming to fruition straight away, and there's a need for some patience around this without frustrating yourself. So full moon energy coming through, very Piscean, so you might be dealing with a water sign, but also we're in that scorpionic energy right now, so I feel like you are being asked to kind of delve deep, and I guess some of you will be facing the more challenging shadow aspects of certain situations, relationships, you know, maybe your attachments that you are wholly ready to release and let go of, and actually to make space and create a new vibe and a new frequency for all of this to start flowing in. We do need to recognize kind of what needs to go and the work that we have to do in order to be more compassionate with ourselves through that process. For me, this is also suggesting that really your intuitive psychic abilities, that you know, signs coming through from the universe, particularly through your dream state, are also really powerful, and that's going to help keep you on track, particularly around that full moon in Taurus. So pay attention around that 12th of the month, Leo, to see what signs are coming through. Certainly there could be some revelations that are coming to the surface, and actually in this new moon energy of Scorpio we have an opposition to Uranus, and we're still in that energy today as I record. So you know, the kind of the potential for something to come to the surface, be revealed, and that could be surprising in some way. You know, it might kind of feel like it's a bit left field. For some of you, I think that could be a really unique opportunity and actually presenting itself in a very positive way. For others, it could come in as a little bit unsettling or destabilizing. What I will say to you though is I feel you regaining your step very quickly. So anything that comes in, you know, I feel like you're having time to kind of process and understand, and actually I think you're also going to find, Leo, that it's going to end up serving you in a way that you didn't expect. So anything that presents itself as a potential sort of negative or something that didn't really factor into your bigger plan, I feel you're going to see this as a blessing as we move toward the end of the month and actually right through to the end of the year. Okay, so High Priestess energy coming in, just linking with that moon, really powerfully suggesting that it is a time to really listen to your own intuitive guidance right now. The veil is very thin at this time of year, and we have our guides, we have the universal forces really supporting us in this final push toward the end of this decade. So, you know, you are going to be in a very reflective period, and when Scorpio is the sign with which Mercury is retrograde in, you know, this is a water sign, this is emotional sign, this wants to do the deep inner emotional work. So, you know, the changes that are taking place in the subconscious nuggets of information that are so rich and important to your transformation and rebirth through this season, are coming through, but you need to give yourself time so that you can fully understand what their message is. So just make sure from an energy perspective you're not scattering yourself so much that you miss the details that are being presented right in front of you. There's almost this sense of, that cloud and haze that retrograde can sometimes put in front of us makes it difficult to see the wood for the trees at times. So there could be the odd moment through this month of November where you just feel really unsure, uncertain, or slightly doubtful over something. That could lead to an energy of you just feeling in limbo or a bit stuck in a situation. But again, for me, like, these are deeply spiritual energies that are coming in, and actually what they're telling me is that use this opportunity, Leo, to take the time to connect into that that higher self, because the messages that are coming through, this is what they're delivering for you. They're helping to bring through a new vision, and they're going to help bring and initiate a new beginning for you, so that things can come through in a more powerful and more aligned way for you. We also have Neptune moving direct on the 27th. It's been retrograde in Pisces for the last 6 months, and that's happened in your 8th house, which has been quite challenging because it felt like, again, this sign of secrets, really trying to unearth and deal with the unseen and all of that subconscious behaviour. And it's probably felt quite like a rude awakening at times, where you've had to face things that have been really challenging. So when it moves direct, there's the ability to actually integrate all of that deep wisdom and knowledge that's come through. So that spiritual intervention that's taken place, you can now apply and really start to see the benefits of as you move forward. And I get the sense that as we come into Sagittarius season, 5th house activity, you're going to take a big leap forward. There's almost going to be this sense of just having a renewed faith in a way that you haven't had, I'm going to say, even throughout the entire year of 2019. I feel like where it's ebbed and flowed at times for you, there's something, there's a step change that seems to come in through this month that absolutely does deconstruct everything that you thought was the reality, and almost just like we're getting a fresh slate, a clean start, and everything's coming in to sort of turn your world upside down, but in the best possible way, I feel, honestly, Leo. Tower energy, yes, it can be a little bit chaotic and disruptive, but I think it's also incredibly powerful. It's linking in with that Plutonian energy right now, very Scorpio season. So you're working and harnessing these energies to really bring about significant and profound transformation, and I think that's necessary. I think you'll feel the importance of it as you're going through that. I don't see that you're fighting it. There's a surrender quality to the inevitability of the big changes that are going to be happening in your world. And I think that you can see on the distance the positivity that's emerging as a result of it. So this is going to be like one big clear out, one big clear out emotionally. And perhaps for some of you, bigger changes that are happening in and around your house and home or place of work that's actually going to take you forward to a place where there's more alignment with your purpose, but also with the relationships in your life. Okay, there's more harmony, there's more loving, gentle. That Page of Cups coming in for me is like bringing a gentle healing, like a quiet healing. And that's an aspect of that Scorpio energy for us as well right now, isn't it? It brings in profound, deep healing. So following that upheaval and that disruption, there's this lovely sense of like coming back to a place of quiet contemplation. This is a beautiful combination of energies that are having a conversation right now. So, through that deep trust and faith that you are initiating on a whole nother level, the opportunity for this brand new beginning that's bringing in a vital sense of energy and really opening up your creativity. Remember, as we move into 5th house activity, Page of Cups really helps us to do that, but also bringing in more loving communication with the important people in your life. So I think your ability to express yourself, what your needs are, actually what you may have been through, is also going to come forward much more as we move into that second part of November. So if you've been feeling a little bit misunderstood of late, Leo, or just struggling to make sense of the unfolding of things that have been happening in and around your world. I feel like as we move into that final part of November, the jigsaw pieces are starting to come together. This could be another water sign that you're dealing with, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian energy. If you are, the advice around this is to trust what you are picking up, trust what you are feeling. Be in a receptive energy, so let them come to you, let them say what they are feeling, let them communicate what's in their heart, okay? Because this is coming over to me as loving communication. So in retrograde, sometimes that can be a little bit more challenging to receive the true essence of those words. So you're also being asked with High Priest energy to go beneath the surface with it, Leo. I think you're going to have to play that Scorpio detective and really tune into the energetic frequency of it. So even if it's coming across as not really making sense to you, or even opposed to what that actual individual is trying to say to you, I do feel that you're going to be in a position to understand from an energy perspective actually what's going on here and the true dynamic of things. Because I see you being able to transcend any kind of challenge or difficulty, I really do, and help initiate a more open, flowing communication. We've got another Page of Wands coming in. This could be you as the fire sign, or another Leo, Aries or Sagittarius that you're dealing with. But these pages coming in are bringing in messages, they're bringing in news. There's good news to come following this disruption and sort of very significant shift or transformation. For some of you, this will be wholly internal, okay? This might not impact on your external life at this point in time, but you will certainly feel the difference and you will feel the change as we move through this November period of time. For others, there are more changes coming in, and I feel there's opportunity. And again, this opposition with Uranus around the new moon, it is quite provocative. It is kind of forcing and pushing and cajoling, but it's meant to do that to help liberate and release. And that's that Tower energy is bringing in that sense of liberation for you. So you finally feel free to follow a path. You finally feel free to express what's on your, what's on your mind or what's in your heart. And then there's this sense of almost like new adventures and new beginnings coming in, and a wonderful quality of just feeling a little bit renewed again, a little bit more hopeful, a little bit more optimistic about where things are heading. And I think that's really important, because actually as we come toward the end of the year, and remember, timing is fluid, so you might find that some of these things have already taken place, or it will still be coming into play over the coming weeks and the next few months, Leo. But we are looking towards a time when you are feeling like, I know where I'm going, and it feels much more like this is where I'm supposed to be. Beautiful Sun energy, you coming in as yourself, Leo. So this journey that you're on, that you've been through, has purpose. So for those of you that are focused in and around what's happening on my relationship front, I feel, yes, we have some more disruption or challenge, or maybe even some slight kind of stress to get through, but actually the lines of communication are opening up much more clearly. Things become much more balanced, and you seem to move into an energy that really helps you to command your emotions and take control of how you feel and what you want and the direction with which you are going. The sun is bringing in that beautiful burst of radiance, of vitality and energy. I think that's really important, particularly for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, as we move into these darker nights and periods where, you can really suffer from that lack of sunshine energy coming in. And I think it's important that if you do really experience, the lack of light on your energy, that you're meditating and consciously connecting into the sun energy regularly, just to feed yourself with that kind of source, that power charge each day. Even if you're waking up and the sun isn't anywhere to be seen in the sky, you can still link into the energy of it. I feel like that's really important for you, Leo, as we move into these darker winter autumn winter nights. So for me, this is absolutely the conversation taking place here. Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. These are the energies that are driving you forward through this month of November. You're going to have trust and faith in what's unfolding and why it's happening in the way that it is, because actually it is expanding your world, it's expanding experiences for you. Everything has a part to play right now, but I feel the jigsaw pieces are coming into a place where you're getting a much clearer understanding. For those of you on a work level, I really feel like there's more opportunity, there's more vision, there's more creativity coming in. I think your instincts are going to be super strong. Don't be frustrated by the delay that could come in, or the hold up, or even the slight disruption or something not coming in when you expected it or the way that you expected it to, because actually that's going to get back on track. And like I said, I feel it's going to be a blessing in the end. You're going to look at it and say, goodness, that actually turned out way, way better. So you hold true to the vision that you have. Don't let go of that. And there'll be something important that you will gain from this retrograde season, okay? Again, okay, here we have a card of trust. So maybe there's a little bit of vulnerability that's going on with you at the moment. And especially when we're in that energy of having to trust and we can't fully see, you know, that moon has the veil in front of us, so that right now we're not in a place where we can understand all of the details of what's unfolding. But this beautiful suggestion of linking into your guides right now is going to give you the support and the illumination with which to expand this path out. You're not alone. There's a lot of support and actual protection around you just now that I want to say, okay? And with this fourth house activity, with this family aspect that comes in with that, Leo, you know, maybe some of you are dealing with real family issues at the moment. But again, I want to say that you are being deeply protected at this time, and you are going to find as you move through the course of November that things start to feel a little bit more understood, okay? Some of you may be looking at relocation or changing, just revamping house and home just now. And I think that if that is the case, use this retrograde as just the time to think about the ideas and what you want, because this is about you also bringing in new energy that really supports your well-being in a different way than you've ever done before, Leo. Okay, so we're moving into new frequencies in the collective, and it's about how do you embrace that? How have you changed? You know, how is the Scorpio season transforming you, and what is it that you need now to honor within yourself as a result of that? Beautiful card of abundance showing. I think this full moon in Taurus, it's a beautiful manifesting moon coming in, and in your 10th house it's so important that you are setting out the store in terms of what you want from a career, a purpose, and just those really clear new intentions that you're setting around the Scorpio new moon to reinvent yourself or bring about a complete change in your world. But beautiful energy, particularly with that sun coming in. So, you know, the radiance that's on its way, you look at the beautiful colours of yellow that are bursting through, you know, even in the pages here as well, and the Three of Wands, you know, all this golden energy, all this light. I just feel like you're going to feel much more charged up again than you have for some time. As we move through this month, and that's going to be so important to bring about that beautiful magical quality of just drawing people in, having that magnetism. You know, High Priestess energy does have this real quality of magnetism to her that's going to help you. So if you're trying to secure the deal, if you're trying to secure a position, if you're trying to get together with somebody, to reconnect, to take something to a new level, you know, listen in and tune in with that beautiful wise counsel that comes through with High Priestess, because she's going to help keep you on track and also give you that quality of magnetism that also Scorpio delivers in, you know, in waves, where you can really connect with people on a deeper level, on a soul level, and understand the energetic exchange that's taking place, okay? Leo, I hope that has helped give you some clarity for the month of November. I'm really excited about, you know, where this journey's taking us, and I feel like if you can surrender in to the change, new foundations, remember, fourth house activity, all about foundations, new foundations are being built for you, built upon a solid level of trust. And what is that doing? It's absolutely bringing in a whole new level of abundance of love, of security, of opportunity, creativity, inspiration. Fifth house activity in Sagittarius is a beautiful placement. There's just expansion of hope and optimism, and really into your spirituality as well. Your spiritual path is blossoming and growing. There's such a strong psychic light coming in here. So for those of you that are really focused on developing your gifts and going to the next level on that journey, it's going to be a really powerful month for you. So if you'd like to join me for the extended, I'm going to pull some clarifying cards and we're going to see what else we can unearth with this reading for you. Okay, but if you have enjoyed this, please drop me a like and a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate you tuning in. Okay, so we are clarifying the Ace of Pentacles with Three of Pentacles. Of course we are, because you are building new foundations here. Collaboration coming in really strongly. Two of Wands. Planning, prioritization, just new doors opening. I feel really excited about this energy coming in here. Okay, so Three of Wands is coming through with Page of Swords. Yeah, there's news, there's messages, curiosity, just expressing yourself differently, being able to communicate despite retrograde, I think on a different level, on an energy level. Could be an air sign that you're also dealing with that's coming in with some kind of work opportunity here. Gemini, Aquarius or Libra. So the moon energy is bringing in the Four of Cups. That makes sense. Okay, a lot of water. But there's a need to tap into our emotions and understand what's going on and to face them, to see what they have to teach us, right? So High Priestess, Four of Swords. Again, that time for quiet contemplation. Sacred energy, Leo. That's what's coming up. It's about sacred time and sacred energy. You need this because it's going to help you manifest your dreams, wishes and desires. Okay, let's take a look at Hanged Man here. Empress card, beautiful. Okay, could be a situation where you're feeling slightly stuck or in limbo with maybe even a Taurus energy or significant other, a wife or a mother, particularly if this is family related. Okay, we have Nine of Pentacles. Interesting, 2 nines coming through. Such abundance coming in though. Okay, Ten of Swords with the Tower. That makes sense, okay? So there is this need for closure, completion, an ending of something. And even though that can be challenging, it also brings about the newness of new opportunity. Queen of Cups over the Page of Cups here. And the Fool energy. Remember, endings, new beginnings. Sorry, that's Nine of Swords, not Ten of Swords there. Apologies. So, Page of Cups again over the Page of Wands here. Six of Swords, interesting. Judgment. This is a really interesting little narrative unfolding here. Okay, the Sun bringing in Knight of Wands. Wow. The Hierophant. And the Five of Wands wants to come out here as well. Okay, let's just pull a couple more for these oracle cards. Okay, Trust, Ten of Wands coming in. Abundance, Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay, Leo, I'm quite looking forward to exploring this in a little bit more detail, particularly what's come up around this part of the reading here. If you'd like to join me, just go ahead, drop the link. Just if you click on the downward arrow next to the video description, it will give you the link through to my website. I wish you love and blessings for November. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to continuing if you're going to join me with the extended. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you next month. Take good care.